Here we go. Okay. All right. Let me mute everyone online here and then we will get started. Okay, so I think most of you have been with me with this new workout. So we're doing some exercises seated in the chair. We're doing standing and then some exercises on the floor at the end. And then on Monday, we added one more exercise to the original workout. So we have about 7 exercises to do. So we'll get started first with a warm up. Stand up nice and tall. Take a big deep breath in, reach up, exhale down. Do that again. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time, we're going to hold the arms up here, reach them up towards the ceiling. Let's do a little lean from side to side. You can bend your elbows here if you'd like. Over to the other side. And then back over and over to the other side. All right, then drop the arms down. We're going to take the hands right here on top of the shoulders. So elbows are out to the sides. We're just going to circle the elbows back. So like arm circles, but we're shortening the distance here. And just think about taking the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. All right, good. We'll do a couple more. Now let's take the arms out to the sides and then arms forward. We're going to pull back and push forward or reach forward. So kind of think about here warming up for our rows, which will be our first exercise. All right, and then let's drop the arms down. We're going to do that front out to the side and down. So just like the exercise we do, just warming up the shoulders here. Excuse me, one more. Okay, now let's step the feet a little bit wider. We're going to do a weight shift first. So just kind of bending into one knee, bending into the other as you shift from side to side. All right. And then go ahead and bring your feet back together. We're going to do a little walk in place. So just kind of keep the arms down by the sides. And then you can take your palms forward if you'd like. We're going to open and close the hands a few times. And then open the hands up nice and wide. Just really stretch the fingers apart. We're going to take the arms out to the side and then just lower back down. So keep your walk in place going as you do this. One more time. Lower the arms down. We're going to go ahead and step the feet kind of about hip width apart. Take one more big breath in, reach up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower the arms down. All right, so let's go to our rows first. We're going to do these seated. And both your weights, you can use a little heavier set of weights if you have them. And then as we get to the chair, kind of sitting forward a little bit, and then we're going to hinge forward from the hip. So again, think about a nice straight line from the neck all the way down your spine. Take the arms right outside of the legs, palms facing the legs. All right, kind of shoulders back and down. And then let's lift the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other, and lower back down. Yeah. 2, 3. And we're still on 10 repetitions. This is just week 2. So we'll stay with this through week 2, and then we'll go up to 12 on week 3. All right, that should be 6, 7, 8, 9, and good. All right, so you can either hinge forward, sit the weights on the floor, or sit them up on the lap and still stay there. And then we're going to take the arms forward to stretch, palms forward, drop the chin towards the chest, still sitting upright. So you're just kind of rounding the shoulders forward just a bit, stretch. Inhale and exhale. Good. Drop the arms down. Kind of give them a little shake out here before we go into set 2. And then again, make sure you're hinging if you're picking the weights up off the floor. And then get into that hinged position with the back, the spine nice and straight. And then let's lift again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lower back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay, good. All right, so go ahead and set those weights on the floor again, set them down. We will take the arms forward one more time, pressing straight out, palms forward. Drop the chin towards the chest. And just really reach forward. Again, don't let the arms drop down. We're going to opening across the shoulder blades, stretching those muscles. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll lower the arms down. Give them a big shake out again. All right, so we're going to do our squat to the chair. Now we're using one weight for that one. So you can hinge, pick up that weight again. And then we're going to come up to standing. And feet should be at least the width of the chair. You might be able to go a little bit wider if you're tall. And then we're just going to kind of hold the weight here, right into the chest. All right, so we're keeping the chest lifted, keep the eyes forward, and then really kind of set those feet into the floor. You're going to push the hips back, start to bend the knees like you're going to sit down. If you can, touch the back of the leg to the chair, and then come back up and squeeze into the glutes. Now, if you can't quite touch the back of the legs to the chair, that's okay. Come down just as far as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. Okay, so you can sit down in the chair. Just gonna set that weight aside. And then let's take your right leg out in front, go down, toes up. We're gonna stretch into the right hamstring. So hinge from the hips, kind of folding the upper body over the top of the legs, and just hold that stretch. All right, good. And then switch legs, take the left leg out, heel down, toes up. That's a little bit here. Hinge forward and just hold that stretch. All right, very good. Put that foot down, and then we'll come back up to standing. You can grab that one weight again, and then come on back up. I'm going to grab it here. All right, so again, getting those feet set, bring that weight kind of up towards the chest or up to the chest. Keep the chest lifted, eyes forward. All right, keep those abs engaged. We're working into the glutes here, so push the hips back, and then come back up, really squeezing into the glutes right here at the top of the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all right, good job. So go ahead and set that foot down. We'll sit down and stretch one more time. So one leg comes forward, heel down, toes up, sit up tall, hinging here. Again, kind of folding over the top of the legs. And just take a nice deep breath in and exhale while those hamstrings stretch. Hold it for one more inhale and exhale. Good. And then we'll switch it over to the other side. Excuse me, heel down, toes up. And again, hinging forward. All right, good. Okay, set that foot back. Now we're going to do those front to side raises for the shoulder. So keep in mind you want to use a light weight for this one, maybe even no weight. If you have some shoulder issues and you have kind of limited range of movement in the shoulders. And we're going to stay with this one this week seated. Now, since I'm recording this video, if you watch this later on, we're going to do the same exercise. We're just going to stand with it. But I want you to make sure you can do that exercise without getting the body involved, like moving forward or back, getting any momentum going. So we'll stay here. Week 3, we'll add the standing option to stay seated if you'd like. All right, so taking the arms down, shoulders back and down, chest forward, eyes forward, and then let's raise the arms out to the front, straight out, palms facing each other. Open the arms out to the side, like bend in those elbows, and then lower back down. So we'll go forward, out, and down. And it does really help when you're doing these to kind of think about keeping those abdominal muscles engaged. So kind of think of the belly button back towards the spine, just to really help engage the core. And that really helps with the stability. So again, you're not getting a lot of movement in the body. Okay. Should be 7 here, going to 10 still. 8, 9, and good. All right, so set the weights down and then let's stretch into the shoulder. So we'll take the right arm straight across the body, fingers of the right hand kind of point away from you. Grab that arm with the left hand, gently pull the arm in towards the body, and you should get a stretch here on the outside of that right shoulder. Take a couple of breaths in and out here. All right, and then switch it over to the other side. And taking that arm across, hold that stretch. Good, and then drop that arm down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then let's just kind of give the arms a little shake out before we grab those weights again for set 2. All right. So again, feet flat on the floor. You want that stability with the feet on the floor. Engage the abdominals, sitting up tall. So really engaging the core. Arms down by the sides. All right, here we go. Second set. Take it straight out in front, out to the side, and back down. Good. Forward, out, and down. 3, 7, 4, down, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, and 10. Okay, very good. All right, set the weights out of your way. And then again, we'll go to that shoulder stretch. The right arm comes across, pulling that arm in towards the body, and just hold that stretch. All right, okay. Switch it over to the other side. Okay, lower the arm down, give both arms a little shake out here. All right, and now we're ready to move to the floor. So I'll give you a couple of minutes. You'll want one set of weights for the first exercise and your mat. Any kind of pillows, cushions, anything like that that you need for a little support. And you can use whichever weight you want. Kind of the rule of thumb with the weights is if it's a larger muscle group, so say chest, back, legs, you can use a heavier weight. Anything with like the arms, the shoulders, you want to use a little lighter weight. So, but you can use whatever you have. All right, and we're going to start off on our backs with the weights. So you can grab those weights, just kind of set them off to your side. All right. And then when you get to the floor, we're going to roll on down. And first thing before we do any exercise, we want to make sure that we have good core support here on the floor. So feet are flat on the floor, and legs together, a little close together. They don't need to be wide here. And then we're going to start to just really think about laying that spine out on the floor. And then to get that low back on the floor, we're going to do a little pelvic tilt, pulling the belly down towards the floor and engaging the glutes here. Now try to maintain that core stability or that core engagement the whole time. And then we're going to grab the weights. And the position is going to be with the palms facing each other. Make sure your spine is set. We're going to take the arms straight up above the chest. And again, make sure you're above the chest, not up above the head. And palms stay facing each other. We're going to open the arms apart, bend the elbows slightly, take the back of the arms down towards the floor, and then extend the arms up again. Bring the hands in towards each other, and then open it out. So again, this movement, you can keep the elbows slightly bent. Think about wrapping your arms around a tree trunk. So that's kind of the exact movement we're doing here. And you don't have to touch the weights together. You just kind of bring them in towards each other. This is 4. 5. Good. Check to make sure that low back is still pressed into the floor. 6. 7. 8. 9. And okay, so carefully set those weights back on the floor. Give the hands a little shake out, stretch the hands out if you need to. And then we're just gonna open the arms out to the side. So kind of think of a big like letter T stretch. Opening the arms up. And you can try this with the palms facing up or the palms facing down. See how that kind of changes the stretch for you. And just take a couple of big breaths in and out here as you hold this stretch. All right, and then give the hands a little shake again. Go ahead and reach down for those weights. Make sure that low back is pressed into the floor. And then starting position with the arms straight up, palms facing each other, and then opening the arms out to the side. And then wrap the arms around, palms coming towards each other. And try to keep that low back pressed down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay, good. All right, set those weights down. Stretch the arms out to the side and really lengthening the arms out. So palms up or palms down. Big inhale and exhale. All right, good. Okay, so next one we're gonna do, you can kind of move your weights out of the way if you'd like. And we're gonna go into our bridges. So this month we're still doing the bridges, but we're holding it up at the top of the movement for about 3 seconds. So hands down by the sides, or you can place them on the belly, whichever you'd like. Press the feet into the floor and legs together here. All right, starting with that little pelvic tilt, squeezing the glutes. We're going to lift the hips, lift the spine up off the floor, squeeze and hold at the top, and then lower back down slowly. And we'll do that again. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower back down. And lift, hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Good. Lift, hold. 3, 2, 1. And slowly down. Good. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Okay, halfway through here. This is 6. Lift and hold. And lower down. Good. 7, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. And 8. Lift it up. Hold it. Should really be feeling these by now. Lower down. All right, 2 more. Lift and hold. And lower down. Last one. Lift, hold it up and squeeze. And lower down. All right, so lower all the way to the floor. We're gonna just stretch the legs out onto the floor here for a few seconds. It's kind of lengthening through the lower body. And then go ahead and bring the knees up towards the chest. And we'll stretch into the low back, into the hips. Take a nice breath in and out. Excuse me. Circle those ankles around a little bit if you'd like. All right, good. Okay, so set the on the floor. We're going to get ready for set 2. So again, first thing, take a minute just to get that low back pressed into the floor. Make sure the back of the head is kind of pressed into the floor, or if you need like a little pillow underneath your neck or a rolled up towel, you can take that. All right, so engaging those muscles, we're going to go ahead and lift up the hips, lift the spine up off the floor, mid to upper back, squeeze the glutes for about 3 seconds at the top, lower back down. Good. Lift, hold, good, lower down, good, lift, and hold, and lower down. Keep that belly button kind of pull back to the slide, back to the, pull the belly button back so you can kind of maintain that core stability as you lift and especially as you hold. So lift, squeeze, hold, good, lower down, lift it up, squeeze into those glutes, and lower down. All right, 3 more. Lift and hold. Lower down. Good. Two more. Lower down. All right. Good. Last one. Lift it up. Squeeze into the glutes. Squeeze those inner thighs a little bit. And lower down. Okay. Good. All right. Stretch the legs out. I'll lengthen through the body here. Take a big breath in and out. Right. And then let's bring the knees up towards the chest. Right. Just hold it here. And again, you can choose to kind of move the ankles around if you'd like. You can do a little rock from side to side. Holding the stretch. All right, good. Okay, both feet on the floor. We're ready for our next exercise, which is the leg raise. So we're going to start here on the right leg. So really lengthen that leg, kind of press the back of the leg down into the floor, heel down, toes up. Now press the low back into the floor. We're kind of squeezing into the glutes on both sides. And then the movement is very slow on this. So we're going to slowly lift it up, keeping those abdominals engaged, and then slowly lower back down. Now, if you don't focus on those abdominal muscles, you're not going to feel it quite as much in through your core. So we're really engaging those abdominal muscles, pressing the low back into the floor. And then we're also going slow with the movement. Slowly lifting, slowly lowering. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower that leg onto the floor for just a few seconds here, kind of lengthening through the bottom of the foot. We'll come back to a stretch here. We'll go ahead and switch it over to the left leg though. Excuse me, back of the left leg down on the floor, heel down, toes up. Again, pressing the low back into the floor, engaging those glutes. And then let's slowly lift that leg up and down. And again, if you need to keep a slight bend in the knee, that's okay. Just make sure that when you lift the leg up, your low back isn't coming up off the floor. So you're not doing a big lift. It's just that leg that's moving. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lowering that one down. Stretch it out here for just a second. All right, good. And then bend the knees again. And then this time we're going to stretch, taking the right leg straight up and just holding. So bottom of the foot kind of towards the ceiling. You can pull the toes down a little bit towards you. That increases the stretch in the back of the leg. And And again, you're welcome to use anything to help hold that leg up, the strap, the yoga strap, the belt, anything like that to put at the bottom of the foot and hold on to. All right, good. Put that foot down, switch it over to the other side. Move that stretch. Right, and then set that foot down. The legs will shake out. We'll go to our second step for the leg raise. So again, starting back over on that right leg, back of the leg presses down towards the floor, heel down, toes up. Press the low back into the floor and then slowly lift, slowly lower down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, slowly lower that leg down, stretch out here. And then we'll switch it over to the other leg, do that left leg, and then again, we'll stretch the hamstring after we work this side. So back of the leg into the floor, low back presses down, and then again, slowly lift, slowly lower down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. You can straighten that leg out for just a second onto the floor. And then we'll bend the left knee. And then let's take that right leg up for a hamstring stretch. Hold it here. And then switch it over to the other side. All right, good. Okay, both feet on the floor. Give the legs a little shake out. All right, so this is the new exercise. We're adding one more on. And if you did this one on Monday, it's a clamshell. You may have done this in like physical therapy if you went for that. So we're going to lay on one side to start, whichever side you want. And here, make sure your neck is kind of in alignment, so don't drop your head down too far. You can put your arm underneath your head, or you can take a pillow underneath, whatever works best for you. We're going to start by trying to get a nice straight line, like if you were standing up against the wall, you want a really straight line down the body. And then from there, we're going to bend the knees up. So kind of like you're sitting in a chair here. All right, so we're trying to keep the insides of your feet together as much as possible. So you're going to open that top knee up just to where you can. Make sure you're not rolling back. You want to stay steady right here and then lower that knee back down. Now, If you're tight in the hips like I am, you're not going to lift that leg up that high. So don't think you have to bring the knee all the way up. And if you can, good for you, but likely won't be able to do. You're much better than I. So we're really focusing here on, again, kind of the insides of the feet stay kind of together. We're lifting that leg. We're squeezing into the glute, the outside of that um, left thigh, top thigh. And one more here. Good. All right, now we're going to switch sides. So you are welcome to just roll over onto your other side. I'm going to spin around so that I'm facing you, and then we'll do the other leg. So again, just kind of first make sure that you're nice and straight. You can take that other hand and just kind of place it here. That gives you a little bit of stability. And then we're bending the knees, again, almost like you're sitting into a chair here. The legs are stacked. And then we're lifting that top knee. Insides of the feet kind of stay in towards each other. Lower back down. Good. Now, if you're watching me on this side, I don't have a lot of range of movement on this side, so it may not even look like I'm lifting my leg. Usually as I get going, I can get some more range of movement, but again, try to lift that knee. You're opening up just like a clamshell and keeping those inner feet, insides of the feet kind of close together. And again, you should really feel this in the top hip into the outer thigh. Kind of embarrassing how bad my range of motion is on this side, but I can usually get it to open up a little bit as I do this. Okay, it should be one more. All right, good. Okay, so in between here, we're just gonna roll over onto our back. And let's just do kind of a quick little knee touch here. All right, and then we're gonna roll back over to that first side that we started on. Then spin around here. Self lined up. Bend the knees. Again, make sure you're nice and straight here. We don't want any movement in that upper body at all. All right, so stacking those legs, knees bent. We're going to lift that top knee, lower back down. Again, just like a clamshell opens up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. All right, so again, switch it around, doing that other side one more time. And again, once you kind of get here and you starting to get the feel of staying nice and straight through the upper body, the legs, and then just bringing the knees in, engaging here in the abs and the glutes. You can always come just to this as long as you feel like you're really getting in position. All right, so again, top knee opens, closes down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and remember you're keeping that leg on the floor, really keeping that the outside of that leg planted there so you're not rocking with that other leg. I have 2 more here for 10. And last one. Okay, good. All right, so you can roll on over onto your back. And again, we'll just kind of pull the knees up towards the chest for a few seconds here. All right, and then set the feet on the floor. We're going to stretch into the hips here. So we're going to bring the right knee up. We're going to cross the right ankle onto the top of the left leg. We're going to gently press into that inner thigh of that right leg and really getting into that outer thigh and into that right leg. Into here. Switch it over to the other side. Opening that leg, holding that stretch. All right. And then that ankle down. You can kind of do one big stretch here, reaching up towards the ceiling or toward above you, not towards the ceiling, reaching above you with the hands and then away from you with the feet. So like somebody's pulling you in each direction towards the ceiling if you were standing. All right, good. And then one more time, just bring the knees up towards the chest, give them a little hug in. Inhale and exhale. All right. Okay, so that's your workout. Take your time coming up off the floor, and I will finish this up, get the recording sent out to you. Again, we're on week 2, so we're going to stay at 10 repetitions. Today's the 8th, so the 10th. And then that following week, if you happen to do the video on your own, go ahead and bump it up to 12 repetitions on everything. So I will see you all back next time. Bye, everyone.